Well, hello, 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 and welcome. This is Jolene with the Jewel Design, and I hope everybody's doing well. And guess what? I figured out why I'm constantly off camera. It kept resetting to a zoomed in position, like mid-ground, and which is great because you wouldn't see the white, but it also made it really hard for me to do anything. I don't know. I was like, I wonder if I'm zoomed in, which I have zoomed seriously in for you guys too, but oh my gosh. So you are going to see more of it, and I'm fine. You don't see any of the happy planner stuff. It's okay to see the white, and I won't be off screen anymore. And the coloring looks okay today, so I'll take it. It's a win-win. So as you can see, I have a Wildflower Botanical kit in front of me today. If you watched me on Thursday, we started the hemming and hawing of getting back into these journals. And I think we're going to go back and forth between these, and the skinny journal for the Botanical garden kit. So we'll have our standard 9x6 with some, semi-naked, some fun little things inside of them, and the covers. And we'll have a flip-flop trifold, or a double signature trifold skinny journal that we'll be working on. So all very floral, all very botanical. But I thought, you know what, I'm on a roll, and I'm just going to get right back into it and give you guys another, journaling. But today we'll be prepping this one and working on some pieces that I knew what I wanted to do, and we'll see what else we can get into. And that is the whole goal for the day. So how do we all do? Did we survive the weekend? Did we survive the cold? Now I'm filming ahead, so I'm still in the cold mode, but I know they were predicting just that much more rain and whatnot Monday through Wednesday for us. So when you see this, I may still very well be knee deep in rain, or cold, or whatever we're getting. So this cute little butterfly, I found it in my pink kit from Handcrafted by Gigi. She did a pink journal kit, and this happened to be one of them, and I love it, and I think it's going to be great on this sort of semi-cover. I think I'm going to do a little bit of a foam sticker to it, and we're going to make it stick out, and we're going to enhance this page as sort of a slightly decorated subtitle, cover, because I do want a full cover on it. I just haven't decided yet how I'm going to cover each one of these. These are semi-naked, so they're not super thick, hopefully. But who knows? So anyway, that's the idea of why that is sitting there to remind me I want to add it to this little collage corner. So today we are going to get all the pages folded and trimmed to fit, because a lot of things are just a little taller and a little wider than normal, because when you cut down an 8.5 by 11 with that tiny little 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch white border, we end up with excess space. So this is pretty quick. We're not going to spend too much time. I may not even trim. I won't trim them on camera. We'll just get the basics going. So paper, digital design, that. What is this one? More. So let's get another one of these in here. I have both actual eco-dyed, tie-dyed, not tie-dyed, but like eco-dyed and coffee-dyed papers. And then I have the digitally created ones. I bought them from Journal Supply Spot, and it was great because they look like they were dyed and stuff, and they're dyed once, but it's a graphic that's printed double-sided on a really nice glossy paper. And I'm like, all right then. So this may not stay. I do have 3 more pages that'll go in between these, but it is it's a small semi-naked journal. I did that with the pink one. We had some fun pieces in it that made them unique, but it really was a writing journal. And then we're going to stick to that with this too, because when you don't use it as one large kit all in one, there's only so much ephemera. Though I do have quite a bit cut out, and things I found and other things I've created, as long as I continue to make fun, get crafty with, I think, some of the, what's the word? Let's go this way with it, maybe. With some of that seems really right there, huh? Starts off, and then we end up with a lot of that elsewhere. We have a lot of excess coloring. So we're going to level this out here just a little bit, because right now we have a lot of, let's do this one, like all in one spot. Yeah, it's not as fun. Nope, let's go that one, then that one. And we do have a signature in the middle, or a middle signature piece. I want to work on that with you guys today. So we'll definitely trim this down or level it out. It may help with the cover if I have these all a little different. I have my digital ones a little smaller than my papers, but I may also want to, I've been known to do the deckled version on like the real papers and keeping my digitals really clean and vice versa. So giving some depth and some texture to these so they're just not all perfectly cut. Though I always hate to cut the edges of these because they are beautifully dyed. So maybe the fake ones we will crinkle up and then we will leave like the real stuff, you know, we'll leave it alone. And I don't mind stuff sticking out, so we're going to give ourselves that space in that room. So what goes inside it? Now we have our signature, and on each end of the signature we are going to have a envelope turned into 2 different pockets. So remember we had this little guy that we talked about and that we made a couple videos back. We put it together, or I talked about it and then went ahead and did it. I know I decorated the front with you guys, but I think I just then went ahead and added in sort of this blueberry dyed paper and some wax parchment, you know, natural paper, and I put stamps on inside it, making a great little mini writing space, which I always love doing. So that is what goes in here, but we need to get it actually put together. So that's the other thing. I probably should distress the edges of each one of these pages. So I'll do that off camera because I'll do that all before I sew it all together. But we need to distress, I think, the digitals. We will decal up the faux like coffee pages, and then I may find something to do with the vellum. I think I might, maybe I'll flip a vellum backwards and make it like a tuck or, you know, pocket or something fun so that there's some decor on that vellum. That's a very weird cut, isn't it? Well, say cut it. It was up here, and I cut it and flipped it over. So I might lay it out, and then recut and redo it. I took it back inside. See, there's always a week. Every week there's at least one video, 1 second, because I put my my glue back inside the house because it was getting cold out here because we keep getting hail. So the garage is freezing. Oh my goodness. Okay. Didn't think I was coming back out here. I couldn't decide. I did some stuff and then I was like, no, I'm in the mood. I'm in the groove. And we're just going to keep doing this so that I have some time then to do digitals, right? I still owe you guys. You know, this is airing, you know, literally the last day of February. So, you know, but the following week, I do want to get you guys another digital. So I want to spend the half and half, the, you know, half February, half March week. I want to spend it, you know, working on the newest digital. So that way you guys will get, you know, a digital reveal and more, you know, more crafty stuff. So, but yes, how did you guys do? Did you make it through the weekend? The cold, the rain, the sleet, wherever you may be? I know everybody had a little something different. I don't think anybody had great weather, I guess, unless you're in Florida or something. I don't know. I don't know if there's good weather anywhere exactly quite yet. So this is my scallop purse clutch envelope, and I cut the top off, and the back is nice. And we're going to use the tabs to make a nice deep pocket. And we're going to use that pretty 3-hole thumb notch on the other side to make it really easy to put our journal card inside and out. Let's see, I'm still a little forward. Am I forward now? No, I'm actually probably where I'm supposed to be. Alright, so let's do another thing. Let's make sure I know what time it is. Where are we at? Just about 10 minutes in. So 37, so okay, 3:30. I'm all 3:30 in the afternoon. Now you're seeing this, who knows what time. Could be first thing in the morning at 10 o'clock on my normal. But I'm still at 10 a.m. And sometimes I notice that works really well. And sometimes I notice like people don't see it till the next morning when they're doing their early morning visits. So I know, you guys have to tell me. Do you like it when it comes up unexpectedly? Or comes up a little later in the day? Are you guys doing other things? I just realized being up at 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning wasn't doing me any good. So I'm leaving it open to make it a tuck space though. I'm bound to put something in here. I have hordes of things. Here we were just talking about that. I have plenty of journal cards and whatnot. Those are, nope, this one. Purple. We want to add all kinds of different colors, but This one's there. This might be too big though. These might be, actually they're not bad, but they do take up the whole space, so I really don't want that big. What else do I have? I know I have hundreds of things here, but I have some pretty good sized journal cards, which I think I'll find other places for. So maybe we'll do something like this. One of my instantly backed. It definitely needs some distressing. Gotta have my distressing. Man, I go through these things like there's no tomorrow. It's gotta be the way I distress. I don't know if I've always been very sparing. Like, I will stretch paint across a wall. I will, like, I put it on thin, and then I go another layer. Like, I don't glop it on because it usually doesn't dry. Except for nail polish. That seems to be, like, I'm impatient with that, and I glop it on, and then I'm like, I wonder why it won't dry. That's why I don't do my own nails much anymore. Not nail polish-wise. I'll do it across these guys, like the acrylics and the gels, but I'll go, okay, I want to play with the color a little bit briefly. And alright, so we have this where we do have a little tuck. We could either do it sideways, so you see it for sure. A little bit more of a hide a hole. So we have a tuck space, which I love. Then we're going to glue it inward. And I do want the depth of the pocket, because we do have a, you know, that journal card, that file folder book is not thin, so we need to be able to have some give, and a little bit of a gusset here, I guess is the right word, I think, to and we're doing about middle, which does not benefit. I'm going to a little close to the bottom, so when I sew in the signature, I have a chance of getting 2 spots, and hopefully that won't affect the opening and closing. I should be able to have everything in there still. Okay. Yeah, it'll keep it in place. And then I always worry when there's something smack in the middle and only one of the holes gets punctured. I feel like the whole, you know, this whole section gets wobbly, you know, and can rip out easier. And that does not make it fun for anybody. Alright, so then, see, then we just get to put our, oh, it fits there perfectly. There's a little tab. It doesn't feel like it's super thick. I was worried about that. It'd be like super thick. On the other side, really easy. Looks pretty distressed, which is good. We're just doing much thinner concept. I'm just having a single journal card going in this for now. And because these do fit my larger journal cards. Always have. I don't think I've shrunk them by accident at any point. I mean, I do smaller versions of it for the smaller cards. But I love the fact that, like, these simple little, I took the journal cards are in this. I took the 4-up squared text pages. You also get with this journal card. This is a botanical journal card set all by itself, actually. And I ripped and cut those squares, put them on the back for just, I don't know, fun. Except apparently nothing is sticking. What makes me wonder what I stuck that down with. Probably glue stick, knowing me. And just decorated them up. I know it doesn't mean it's maybe not as easy to write on, but it was sort of more of a fun thing than a decorative piece than it was an actual writing page. So now that slides right into there. Ain't that pretty? And if I wanted to, if I really needed something else, I wanted more width, I wanted another card, like this one is writable, and actually matches some of that, we could easily go ahead and, I'm still trying to make sure that I'm in the camera for you guys. So I think that's my problem was, I was so used to my board going all the way down to the bottom, I was working close to the front. And more times than not, my camera would fall down there. So, there we go. And I have this lovely crinkled paper graphic on the back that I personally printed. I realized I had a bunch of pages that, you know, didn't have backings to them. So I used that crinkle page. And so we could just put that second page in there. And look, we've got 2 lovely journal cards in there. One for fun, one for writing. And we're good to go. And it is the signature, middle signature. It is seeing a little bit of distress due to the fact that it is bulging a little bit. But if you can't put it in the middle of your book, where can you put it, right? So let's see. And if a journal isn't a little pudgy, we have a problem, right? It's not a journal. So we have our doily, we have paper, line paper space, writing space, line, more. So what I'm thinking here is maybe folding it inward to where I could put either a tag, right, that goes with the page, and or one of these larger journal cards in it. But we did just get 2 in the back side, so maybe the tag will go in there. This is the goes with the page, which I think is before or after. It's a little farther in, so that's good. Page that matches that, wherever it went. I've lost track. Oh, it goes there. Then 2 in, the journal card would match it. So I'm liking that idea, actually. And to make it prettier, I can always just add some, what's the word? Lace and stuff to the top and bottom. And I'm actually going to use the fabric tack because I noticed with the glitter glue, it leaves a very odd line. You don't see the fabric tack on the vellum, but you see the glitter glue. And it smears. The glitter glue does not, as fast as it is, it smears when you plop it down. It smears. And so if you want a really, very specific space, you cannot allow glitter. I can't put glitter glue down. It will smear in a very weird way. Like it'll keep smearing in a very weird way. So I don't care for that. When I do that, I'm like, So I learned, I don't know, one of my kits. Where is the top? Oh, there it is. Well, I noticed too when I'm working out here pretty consistently, I won't put the pin needle in 24/7. I just leave the needle in there for like a more like long term. I put this really rock hard rubber right on the top, and then that way I'm not too worried about it. But let me find, because I have a mess now, so put my beady thin back up here. I know, and it feels like winter, so I feel totally justified to put that in there. I'm all totally justified. Alright, so we're keeping it pretty simple, but we're going to work through this book pretty quickly, and then we're going to figure out how to enhance it. We're going to keep working it out. So I have the journal cards, I have some tags. Hopefully I don't use them all up in one in one journal. But each one does, like this one I didn't put aside as much ephemera for some reason. I don't know why. I'm really shocked actually, because the other ones do have a number of each in them. I think because I use these elements in a lot of other journals and other places, I used it up. So I'm glad I'm finding other elements, other places for it. So we'll put that in there. Loving that. I have to say, doing the flip-flop journal with Lorette, with my mom, was a huge eye-opener because I started to learn to see my papers differently. Not to, yeah, I definitely want something across the bottom. I definitely started looking at my stuff differently. I definitely started, I want to cover that up. I definitely got to a point where fold this, play with that, do this, and not see everything so flat. So, oh, just fold it and be done with it. I have to say that has been a huge blessing. Didn't expect to do this, but this is what it's supposed to be, right? This is the fun, the moment of, hey, I see something, and let's give it a shot. Let's play with it and see what it does. Is this one long enough? I'm definitely in the mood to use my scraps. Is this long enough? Oh, not quite. I thought if I trimmed it, had it over or under, it's not long enough. Shoot. Okay. I do have this huge strip. Oh, well, that would be fun. That goes to that. Why is that not in there? How did that happen? I'm all, it fell out, I guess. I could do it that way and then put lace across the bottom to help this from falling sort of loosely out. I'm going to do it here, but then I feel like that should go underneath. I always feel like this is a layer, but it definitely is not a top layer. I sort of want to cover the fact that it is sort of a loose edge. So we could go here, we could go there, and I could put some flower on top. And that would be fun on the top. We'll put lace on the bottom. Alright. I think I want more blue on this one, not so much purple. So we'll let it sit inside the green just a little bit so that I can use this purple spot, this little purple tidbit here, in the purple kit. Well, it's a tiny little piece, but it is something that definitely can be used if I don't lose it. And I may end up using, doing that purple kit near the end there where we are, I'm not going to see it, you know, if I get to a point where you're getting to the end of March, I will work on the purple with the yellow and green hints, you know, closer to my birthdays, where at least I'm playing with my favorite color. Even if I don't get to my own purple journal, I don't know. I feel like that's just another, it would have been another video just like Thursdays, where I just be pulling stuff out and organizing it with you guys. And you want to see more, a little bit more craftiness than just that. So, like, yeah, not quite. So we're going to do this. I'm learning to not just, you know, also not take forever. Just do it. There's a thing. Okay. Now I am using glitter glue on top of the vellum because it's not going to be seen. So I guess I don't think much of it, but I wasn't sure where we were going with this kit, so you knew. The page is just having a mind of its own. I didn't expect it, and I think that's the best part, where I get to just lay this out with you guys and see what comes of it. The only thing is I did bring down my camera a little bit, and I'm afraid I'm going to bump into it. Constantly afraid I'm going to bump into it. Okay, but we got to move that up. It is a little low. I want to make sure it's sort of, I want it to float a little bit. I don't want it to be perfect. Though distressing it would have been nice. Oh, got excited. Forgot to distress it. So, I don't know. Let's see how this works. Is it sticking? It just looks like it has a nice shadow. Okay, well, it works. Alright, we've got that. And then I said we have all these pretty little flowers, right? So, it's very white and green. It's just pink ones weren't so big. It really takes up that whole, I know they feel thicker than they are. It takes up the whole thing, doesn't it? And then it's purple. See, I wish the teal was smaller. I wish the teal was smaller, but white was, that was very green though. I don't put more green. I need yellow ones. That is sort of a bummer. The yellow is a huge white thing in the middle. See, I'd have to try to, like, cut that out if I wanted just the yellow, which I could do. If I wanted the yellow that bad, these are really big. I guess I could cut the yellow out. Let me put a purple, or put the white in the middle of that yellow. I'm actually getting warm. Yay, the heater's working. Oh, I was really worried. So now to also take some noise out. Okay, really quickly, let's see if we can cut this. Let's see if it falls apart or not. Because I'd like the yellow in there. Like, I know it's an interesting set. And, you know, yeah, we'll see here. Oh, so what are your plans for March, ladies and gentlemen? Anything exciting? We work on any very specific projects in March, or are we continuing on with February? Are we, you know what I'm working on? We've got journals. I've got new journal kits, hopefully. I'm always hoping for new kits. I do this video. I haven't quite started the new digital. I am close though. Alright, so we can do that, distress it a little bit, not to really enhance it, but just to hide the fact there's maybe some interesting bits and pieces. And then if I put, I have a hot pink or blue. Ooh, maybe a blue. I have a blue. Is that too bright? No, it really pulls from that though up there. I really like that though. Alright. I'm working on a, I don't really want to say, because I hate to have somebody, if someone beats me to it, right? But I am working on something that I feel relates a little bit more to spring and March. In my eyes, I don't know. But it's definitely a theme that doesn't have to be spring-based. It just happens to sort of feel like it falls that way, especially with all the fruit trees around here in California. Everything has white and pink blossoms all over it. And do I go that far, or is that too much? The yellow's not working for me. No, I don't like it. Really, I just think because I have a very haphazard cut job here. They're not rounded. Because I didn't quite keep them well rounded. Ugh, which rounding is not my favorite thing. I am really not that great at it. I just think it needs layers. It really does. I was going to put the white one in the middle, huh? White and pink. But I could just put the white. I don't know if I want more white. I guess that's the problem. It's white. It is so white. Unless I just... Wait. We're going to distress this. We're gonna totally bring it down some. We're gonna take off that blue thing. And we're gonna plop in the middle of the pink one. That's fine with me. There you go. A little bit of a pink. You've got that there. That on top of that. Okay, that I can handle. That pulls more of that feel and tone from it. So, okay, we can do that. I have no idea what I was saying. I got very sidetracked in what I was doing there for a second. Oh my God, I got very sidetracked in my thought process here. Oh, I don't know. March. Oh man, I really lost my train of thought. I was not happy with what I was doing, so I was like, what is going on here? Oh, well, I said, if anybody remembers what I was talking about, but that's not going to work. Oh, goodness. Well, working on these. Oh, my new kit. Yeah, I'll just say cherry blossoms. But it's a genre, the time frame that they're coming from. I mean, everything's always vintage. I have to make sure that things are vintage, right, for our sake of copyrights and things like that. But yeah, let's go right there. There we go. I'm really looking forward to it. A subby of mine and a good friend made a request. She's like, I'm using your journal all the time, but I would like something a little bit more zen. And I'm like, So we did a little chit-chatting, and we went ahead and threw out some ideas and some imagery and some wording. And she's like, yeah, that totally. She goes, oh, if you could nail that, that'd be awesome. So I'm really stoked. But I have a bunch of graphics downloaded already, which is wonderful. It means I have, there is imagery that I can use, which I was, you never know. You never know if you actually have something accessible or at your fingertips. So there's always that. And then, hold on guys, I am looking for, and cream would be good, not white. Is that cream? That's cream. All right, good. Ta-da. So I figured we put this on the bottom to a point it would help keep this from maybe sliding out too much. So this one's really hard to tell. It's a Dollar Tree, and it's really hard to tell which one's top and which one's bottom. I really don't think it matters. You can imagine. Oh, this is turning out super cute. Oh my gosh. Who knew, right? Was not expecting such a cute page with the vellum. I don't do much with the vellum usually. It's just an insert, right? It's just there. And I normally don't think much of it. I do it, but it's sort of I want to say it's I can't say it's just my signature, but I think almost every journal I've ever created has a vellum page in it. And I've gotten better at decorating the vellum pages. I have. And this is probably the cutest thing I've ever done. I've put in corner pieces on them and tagged a little something on them. But this is probably by far one of the cutest vellum inserts I've ever done. Oh, I love it. I hope you guys all love it. Oh, can we all see that? We can all see that, right? Sorry. Oohing and awing. It's just, I'm so glad I started the video, and I'm so glad I am in the zone. I'm in the groove. Okay, so we have doilies. We have a page that we will distress. Those are going to stay. That's super cute, ready to go. Alright. Now, the only thing I could do to make it more, I could glue it down to this page. So I had that see-through feel, but I hate losing any writing space. So we'll see. I may do it here, but it leaves you very little, leaves you just an empty, like, faux page that has writing. So we'll see. We've got these, which leave me room. Now, that is definitely a full writing page, which we may decorate. I don't know if I want to decorate all of those. I think we want to start decorating some of these even, or at least the decorative type. We've got our signature in the middle, right? And we go to the other side. So we definitely need to trim stuff. Now this side, on the other hand, though, we may leave alone. Now we did that. We need to find something on this side to have that kind of, and that's a writing space. So we definitely need to find something on this side of this side of the pond to do something with. So besides that, I do have a thought. Hold on. This one needs to definitely be distressed, and I'm going to use another piece of paper because it's white. It is one of the pages that I used scanned in, and I must have printed it by accident, and so I had it. And I thought, oh, that'll work. It's a great little random insert. It's one of the information pages from the book I use. And I want to, I don't know, this one came to me in the kit. It's just I think that the pink kit I got. This was just one of the pages, so we're going to utilize it. But we're going to glue it to this one to help cover up the white. Can't have white, right? Not that much white, at least. So we are going to then put you aside for a second. I need a piece of paper so I don't make a complete mess all over my board. I don't have to actually see dye everywhere, so I need to wipe that down. But we're going to get this stuff, and we're going to get this. We're going to... Oh, I didn't think about that. Instead of just distressing it, I should use one of my stencils. I have hundreds of them. Like, I have all these stencils. I really should use them. I just wish I had bigger ones. I do have a big one. Where do I have my big one? But I don't think it... I have a huge one. And actually, I could double up on... Oh, I could double up on that. Okay, let's try that. So that way we have more than just... I need to wash it, apparently. I have more than just... Gosh, I haven't used this puppy in forever. Wow. It's been a while. We are going to... Or I can get it about down the middle. And we're just going to distress it. And when I'm done, I'll distress the edges pretty heavily so that we've got a nice, you know, look. Eek. I always hate when I do that. Love these brushes. My dog the other day goes, what is that? I'm like, it's just a makeup brush, but it works because it's really soft. Works wonderfully over stencils, and I don't know what else. Anything, everything. The only problem is I get it all over the place. Here, I've got the paper underneath me, and I'm still copying it everywhere. Weird noises. Oh, I keep hearing weird noises. I don't know if it's my girls or if it's the weather. Eek. I don't know, guys. What did I do? I've got to reline it up. Well, shoot. I'm like, well, shoot. No, not that one. That one? No. Oh, okay. Well, that's the one way up there. All right. I'm like, oh no. It's like when you stamp something and then you try to go back and it doesn't line up and you don't want to mess it up. But it looks like I did move it a little bit down here, so we're going to line that up just a little bit because it's a little light down here. And the edges, because it is going to be not covered with paper, we do want it a little bit more than, say, the rest. Ay, ay, ay. But I'm having fun. I'm just crafting and making a mess and just enjoying the process. So, can't say there's anything wrong with that. We are stenciling. We are gluing. We are layering and clustering and adjusting, right? Take what you have, don't like it, tweak it. No one says it has to be used exactly the way you find it. But yeah, what are your plans for March? What are we working on? How, I definitely have to wash this. My mom would be so disappointed. What are we working on? Like, what are the plans? Do we have big projects or little projects? Are we trying to get more in the shop? Are we trying to make more things to give away? And I did just decal around the outside two edges so that it was a little smaller, because at first it was very much bigger than the paper we're gluing down, so I didn't want it so big. Of course, now I'm thinking I have all this space and I'm still working off the page, aren't I? Ay, ay, ay. Now, we can also enhance this. So, look at that. Oh, isn't that going to be pretty? Oh, I love that. All right. Eek. It's up all over the place. Okay. We're just having a good old time figuring out, adding to it, getting it going. After a while, I think there is a rhythm where you don't want to make every journal exactly the same. You know, you do want some differences in them, and you want to challenge yourself. And I just think there should be. I mean, otherwise our work gets stale, I think, after a while, if we don't challenge ourselves a little bit. We have our routines. We do have our patterns. We do have our templates, you know, and I think we should have them, because if we don't, yeah, that gets really bad too, because then we're too far out there and we are so all over the board that we can't accomplish anything. But certain things where we always know there's a doily, we always know there's a vellum, and we always know that there's something going on, just to make it ours. Where did we decide? Oh, okay, two different things going on. Of course. Hold on. I wanted to get that done, and in here somewhere, we know that back page is going to be, all right, nothing, well, there's a page, a shift, that, nothing, maybe here. It's a nice contrast to that, good page to go with that, color-wise. Then we have that, just a little bit of hint of rose there, but then we have that there, which ends up being on the opposite of what I was about to put a page on. Isn't that funny? Alright, I was debating on putting, maybe not there then, because that's really close to the middle. I was going to take one of these pages on this side and, well, do I do it opposite of the vellum? I don't like to do that because sometimes that's really obvious. Like, if that's heavy there and we have heavy there, we want heavy on a different side. So maybe we go right behind. Go the other way? Is that writing on writing too much? No, that's really pretty on that. Well, we'll give that a shot. We'll put something there. Okay. So now we have to decide. Okay, and hopefully we're still doing okay. Yeah, we're doing all right. Yeah, zooming backwards makes all the difference in the world. I can't believe I did that. No wonder I've been struggling. I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You're probably thinking I'm a dork. Especially if you're new and you don't know me well enough. You haven't seen my videos, you know I know. If you've been watching me, you know I know how to do it right, and there's something just went terribly wrong in a setting or in something, which that's exactly what happened. But on the other end, so, oh, I have a couple of these. Ooh. Alright, well, that's good to know. I mean, at any point, I can just slap it in the middle of something and attach stuff to it. We can use it as a header piece. I definitely want to think about those two. This one I was going to get inserted somewhere once I do some more work to it. So if you watched me on the last video, we have all these lovely paint swirly things that my girls made. And they didn't want anything. They had them up forever and then they got bored of them. So I kept them. And each one, I had like 4 of them. And they all sort of go. Like, this is multicolored. We're probably going to figure out how to like maybe spatula it with more white. So it's just popping through. I laced, like, we're going to deck this out in some form to tone down that color a little bit. But we're going to use it. So I have this. I have this. So I could cut around this. We can get some ink in there. We can then layer this over it. So maybe we can layer up this page and even make it sort of a tuck type thing where we could put other things inside it. That's what I'm thinking. I know I had it. I just wasn't sure what for it. I can't fold these. So they definitely are, you know, use them where they are big tuck type pages. Oh, I don't think I was going to, well, I was going to put ink in the middle of these, or I was going to, I was actually going to maybe ink it on the top. Like, use a gold pen and do some work to it, or bronze. Ooh, bronze would be pretty. I wanted to grab the Sharpies. You guys will use, some of you do use these for, that's brown, not bronze, dearie. There's the bronzy one. So is that bronze or silver brown? That's bronze, I think, not gold. Well, that is gold. Okay, where's the bronze? I'm like, I had them all out at one point for parties every time I turned around. Because they work really good on black cards. There it is. Yep, okay. So maybe we'll use that one. It's sort of a bronzy, but we'll pull the gold one out too. I know some of you guys will use these on your wax seals. Those are a great way to enhance what's going on. Now, the other thing I had an option of somewhere in here was to take an envelope, you know, winded envelope I always do, but we're going to slit it, and I think we're going to use this flap as a tab to it so that we can open it up and use it. So we might put that somewhere else towards the back, maybe, and find something else to go in the front. So I like to try to even it out. But right now we do have 2 things. We have that. So we have 1 and 2 there, but we also have that, which is 3. So this would be 4. So I would offset it. So if I did that one for 5, then I'd have to do one more thing on this side too. So we'll see. Unless we really enhance the decor this weight, and we put one more, we put that pocketed thing in the back here on this back side, but I don't want to block anything pretty. So we may put it here so it opens up. You can have writing space, and so I definitely want to make this a very interesting little ordeal. I don't want to just do my usual. I definitely want to tab it out and use it more, because here I always tuck this thing inside. So on this side, usually these are all tucked in, and I use this to reinforce the pocket, and it becomes its own little, there we go. This is a pocket, this is a pocket, and usually from the back, so when you flip it out, it will be another pocket. But we're going to put it here, I think. So we're going to do something like that here, back here, and it's just going to flip open. And then the other side, depending where I put it, could use one of these as a, maybe a tuck space to hide it. Tuck it in, write it, flip it open, kind of thing. So let's pin this all together as a potential. And actually, I sort of like that, because that allows me room to put lace and stuff and decorate outwards. So let's do this real quick. This will be another video because I don't have that much time. I keep doing this. I pull them out and I put them away. I pull them out and I put them away. All right, so we have one more beautiful thing we'll put in the back. We'll decorate nicely on the front, of course, and then we have, you know, some cutting and some distressing to do, but we've got a nice little base going here. All right, so we're going to leave it like that so I know where to put it. I'm going to move it out of the way because you cannot design when you have things in your way. And this is going a lot better. There's a lot of itty bitty details, but I'm not going to do that on camera with you guys. That just, you know, you want to see some actual, you know, creativity. You want to see something fun and new, or maybe it's not new to you. Maybe I've, you know, you've seen this before, but I've seen enough of it that I picked up on it, and I'm, you know, and using what's already out there. Not using, but imitating or inspired by what's already out there. So, you know, you feel me? But I hope you guys are all having wonderful plans for March, that you have things that you love to be doing, or things you can't wait to get to. Eek, don't do that. Okay. If it doesn't look like it's popped through, it's not popped through. Whoopsie. Yeah, if you followed me Thursday, you know that my attempt to make this kind of 3D thing did not work. My big shot is either not big enough, or I'm missing a step altogether, or something. I'm now wondering, no, that wouldn't work either. Now I'm wondering if I did everything but the big pad, would it work through? My only thought was that I was putting in the black embossed part. Maybe it needs to go the other way first. Maybe that end is just too thick. I don't know. I really had no clue, but I'll get to it. I will figure it out. And once I do, I'll let you know when I have a moment. So I want to do that, but I also then want to go back and, like, on these things, also go over them and see. It's really not rubbed on. I was hoping it'd rub on, but it doesn't really. We're gonna make it work one way or another, believe me. Distressed it, enhanced it. I don't mind it. Definitely gives a new, if I go this way, I guess, I'm probably going with the grain, that's probably my problem. If I went against the grain, then I would get across anything top, right? There we go. I love how it takes us a moment or two. Then again, I like the light wispiness of it. Either way, no, if any corner is really bad, I cover it up with the paper I'm going to use. So, not bad either way. Yeah, because I think we see it. But if I just go with it and let it naturally do whatever, it really isn't bad. Of course, now I'm going to get high from the permanent marker. Yes, my daughter has gotten into the habit of using permanent marker to draw tattoos on herself. Well, drawings, I shouldn't say tattoos. But yeah, I mean, they're drawings on herself. I mean, we all grew up. I mean, we grew up with using ballpoint pens to write notes on notes on ourselves during high school, trying to remember what we had to do when we got home or something. And my oldest does it a little bit. Girl got to learn to write smaller, but it's funny. But my youngest, and her friends like drawing on each other. It's so funny. You think they're little kids again. And but my daughter's gotten into the habit of making like full trees, sort of like you do with hemp. It really reminds me of hemp, but a little bit more detailed than just like not the dotted concept. But she's using permanent marker. I'm like, woman, use a ballpoint pen. Let me go find you the kid safe washable markers. I'm like, oh my gosh, child. Now that actually came out really cool. I am loving that actually. But I'm in one of those moods where everything, I mean, to me right now, everything looks and feels really cool. So that's fine. It means I'm inspired. It means I'm happy. And it means I'm sharing that happiness with you guys. And that's okay. All right, then, I think, much higher end. Now the hard part is going to be gluing these together because this is so pudgy. So unless I go top, oh no, I don't want to do that because then it covers up everything. So we do want to do it this way, which means I might have to, I don't know if I want to do that even. I really like this. But what do I do with it? Now I could cut it, maybe not. I could cut squares. I could cut 2 large triangles out of it, make it a double corner pocket embossed, and then stick this inside. Ooh, okay, let's try that. Oh, let's try that. Hard part is going to be cutting it straight. Not that it has to be, but I need to at least attempt to go from corner to corner and not get too bogged down with something that doesn't look like it meant. And it worked really, oh, look at that, it did, it worked. Oh, sweet, okay. Except that doesn't work either. It's a high and low. That's not bad. Because of the fact that the direction, I'd have to have things double-sided. And I can cut that off. I can have a high and low. Because this is the inside of the book on the back side. Then it would allow me to carefully put things in here. I did notice that there are some kinks, but I'm going to put this in the front. I could put a larger tag in the back. Something, right? Or even that paper in the back. And then a journal card in the front. I like that idea. I'm loving it. I'm so glad things are coming together. Oh my goodness. What's all this? I have some stuff here. Let's see. Yeah, I got these really pretty things, but they're very see-through. I don't know what we're going to do with them yet. They're really pretty, and actually it's not a bad thing to have in there off to the side. It's just sort of an interesting, that one might be, I really want that for the green kit, but that may be too much green. So this being the multicolored kit, we do need some other colors in there. So let's attempt that. This is green, and that will definitely go in the green kit or in the purple kit, depending. Let's do that. Let's see, what else do I have? It just keeps going. I really do have, ooh, I have lavenders. Those are blue and purple. They were these little sticker thingies, which, they're all purple. If they're not all purple, maybe one will go on here. And I do have actual flowers. My whole thing was trying not to maybe glue anything onto these, but I see yellow and green. Ooh, chamomile, yellow, green. Yeah, blue. Sage, if I want to keep to the green idea. Chives is sort of pretty. Picking up some of the pink from that. Yeah, I really did pull all kinds of things from everywhere. Like, I keep finding stuff every time I turn around to go with this stuff. It is just amazing. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So let's go for one of these large ones, which I love. That's a little bright. I created these instantly back journal cards, slightly larger, with the stuff behind them. And it's very white though. That will definitely stand out. My only thing is I'm gonna have to back these guys, I think, with a little bit of paper because they're getting caught. Because they're not perfect, and once I cut them. Now if I distress that down a little bit, it definitely won't be so white, but we have this, we have the paper, we have the card, we have this, And I think I'm going to put, it's a sticker, I think. And we're going to put one of my faux things on that. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I hope you're loving this. I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast. Oh my gosh, I don't get to do this often. Or I don't feel like I get to do this often. Isn't that funny? It's so weird that we just don't seem to notice. That's too much. Okay. Nope, let's send it down a little bit. I can't go a little crazy and a little over, so I have to be careful. I did find a lot of stickers, but they're all on clear sticker paper. So that made it a little more complicated. Where we do have things, which this little yellow one might fit on there. Because it's clear. That might be fun to put on it. But I want to put something behind it. Yeah, I found a lot of clear stuff. A lot of clear sticker stuff. I kept printing parts of the... That's really bright. Parts of the... Nope, we need to put something else on that. Okay. I kept putting the File Folder Friday kits, which is how that one book came about. They definitely... It's getting crazy outside again. They definitely led to where I got crafty with the printing, and I would print a lot of the pages, the ephemera pages, on clear sticker paper, because I had a lot of flowers and stuff. But it meant some of this little fun ephemera stuff was on clear sticker paper. So it might be fun to put on the opposite side, actually, to have a cluster on that side of some of these flowers. So there we go. I love when I talk to you guys. I come up with the best ideas. I start talking about things and I'm explaining what I got going. And then all of a sudden it's like, poof. Oh, it's right in front of me. I need this edge to be a little darker. I need it to stand out a little bit more. Even if it doesn't do much, it's just the differential, and that I can connect them with the butterfly to make sure that they sort of stay together and they're all glued on. And it's just a nice corner piece to it. But I'm going to have to back these guys. Okay. So we're getting, that is really white though. Do I have, well, it's pretty yellow on the back. That's very white on the front. Wow. I didn't realize how white those guys are. Or how grayish white that I went with them. That has some green in it. Actually, that's a better coloring. That pulls from all the colors behind it a lot better. And if we distress the edges, then I think it's gonna, you know, antique out and tone down. Oh, yay. Well, I hope you're all enjoying this as much as I am enjoying making it. I am having a blast. Who knew? I knew this one had the potential of some great stuff. I didn't have to think too hard about it. I could just enjoy decorating it. I had the beginning, you know, phases and elements of something going on. And surprisingly, this is not a white. This is either lavender or pink. It's super pale. I want to say it's my lavender distress page on the edges, and it's really pale. So it isn't white, but it's not, you know, obviously a linen color like the other ones. So, all right, we'll distress it. It's meant to be written on. That's all that matters. Okay, so yeah, I like that a lot better with that concept. Okay, and then we're going to take this off, and we're going to help stick these two together in a manner that feels balanced. And I want to see, this is a sticker too. Is it a sticker, or am I losing my mind? It said sticker something, so I don't know. Yeah, it's a sticker. There it is. So I want to pull off just enough to help stick it to that. There we go. I don't want to pull too much off because then I can't, there we go, let's do it that way. I won't be able to get anything else done. And we're going to go this way, and we're going to put the butterfly here. There we go. He's flying over. So we have that little corner ordeal. It's going to go on there. We're going to get these down. Then we're going to tuck all these pretty little things in there. And we'll have a nice double pocket cornered ordeal on this page, which is a good weight, but not being super bulky on the back end. So, how are we doing? Oh yeah, we're 54 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to leave you there. Like I said, I'm just going to back these two corners so that they don't keep getting caught and ripped every time someone wants to use it, because that would be really, really sad. But yeah, we've got a double pocket going. We have all kinds of things in here. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy. This is turning out so well. We have a number of pages to write on, plenty of pages to write on. We have this lovely vellum unexpected pocket, tuck pocket that we created, laid out real fast, right? We have this pretty stenciled paper with a crinkled rose printout or print paper over it. And then we used one of the pockets, one of my envelopes, I should say, to make a faux tuck here. Tucked in this that we made a couple weeks ago, because it goes with this kit, of course, which my thought was, oh yeah, I'll put that in there, and then not realizing I'd already thought about it, so I'm 2 steps ahead. We have just the back side of it, of course, easily to use, to pop into new journal cards. One decorated, one to write on, so that works nicely. We can stack these back to back or slightly tiered, either way, however you want to do it. And then we're going to go to the other side, and let's see, we have the other half of that. And then we're gonna later create this flip out hidden writing space windowed pocket with a lacy tuck border thing over here to hide the fact there is a flap there. We want to hide the hinge. We want to hide what's working. So we're gonna do this. Maybe we'll just make this a lace page. Yeah, maybe we'll do a little lacy thing here. I have some stuff that I need to scan in, and then I've got some pretty lace we can use for this. And then we have our double pocket in the back. You're using the 3D textured embossing technique, and I went ahead and distressed it, and I added ink over it, and we're layering it and decorating it up and just having a grand old time with it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll continue to like, love, comment. Make sure your notifications are on. I am Tuesday, Thursday right now with a Monday reveal one way or another, whether it's buy me a coffee, new digital kits, occasional bonuses here and there, but I'm trying to be consistent and make sure you guys always have a video. And I really appreciate all of your love and all of your watches and views. It means the world to me, and hopefully we can continue to grow the channel, grow the store, grow the creativity, and just keep the ball rolling. So thank you all so very much. We'll see you guys all very soon. Thursday will be the skinny journal. We'll go back to the Botanical Garden, the newest kit, and we'll work on the skinny trifold journal and see if we can have just as much luck as we had with this in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.